Welcome everybody, it's day 8 of PhotoPea, and in this exercise you're going to learn how to combine objects based off a compound word. You're kind of doing a literal interpretation. We're using words like starfish, where you would take a bunch of fish and align them into a star, or taking horsefly, taking maybe the head of a horse and the body of a fly and putting that together. You're creating what's called a composite. In this exercise, I'm going to demonstrate how to do kiwi fruit. Okay, and so what you're looking at here is a bird from New Zealand or Australia. This is called a kiwi bird. Maybe you've heard of it, but what I would like to do is to combine it with a piece of kiwi fruit, okay, for the play on words. So what I'll do here first is I'm going to obviously download my two pieces that I'm going to put together. I'm going to get my kiwi fruit here. Now, although this one has a bit of a watermark, I think I can use the healing brush to get rid of that. So I think it's still acceptable. First, I'm going to start by going edit and free transform. I'm going to reduce this and try to get it about the same size as the body. And maybe I'll spin it this way. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this white. So I'm going to tap the W key 3 times until I get the wand. And so I get like that. As you'll notice right now, there's this white halo around it. I can remove that by feathering it, and I'm going to demonstrate that here in just a second. But first, what I want to do is zoom in and clip off this watermark. So I'm going to use the polygonal lasso tool, and I'm just going to cruise around this and Control X, and then I'm going to zoom out. And to feather, what you'll do is you're going to, first of all, select outside where the white was, and then I'm going to select inverse. To select inverse, you're going to go Control-Shift-I. Inverse just means the opposite. So right now the background is selected, but what I want to be selected is the kiwi fruit. So I hit Control-Shift-I. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go under Select, and I go to Modify, and then I hit Feather. And we're going to be feathering this. I mean, I would start, at 3 and see where we go with that. So I hit 3, and then I hit Control-X. And it's cut out a little bit of it. Let's see how that worked. Yeah, that's pretty good. So you can kind of see right here in the video where the haloing was removed, and that's on layer 2. So I want to uncheck the eyeball on the haloing, and I want to go back to my kiwi fruit. I want to then slide that into place. I'm going to zoom in and see if we can't use that healing brush to get rid of this watermark. And so it looks like a Band-Aid, remember that? And what you're going to do is you're going to hold and stretch it over the top of what it is you want to be removed. And there we go. It does a pretty good job of replacing it with that kiwi fruit texture. And I might go this way just to sort of shore up any incongruities so you don't see any blemishes on the surface. And one more. Oops, too much. All right, let's zoom out. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to then take this and I'm going to figure out a way to, maybe we'll enlarge it just a little bit. So we go free transformer, Control-Alt-T, and I'm then going to position it like this. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the color on the kiwi fruit. And so remember, anything having to do with color, you're going to be using that U key. And so I'm going to hit Control-U, and the hue and saturation window pops up, which you can also access going Image, and then adjustments down to hue and saturation. And what I want to do is I want to darken it up a little bit. So I'm going to bring that down. And I'm trying to match it with sort of the same tones as the bird, so it works a little bit better. Let's see, the saturation is maybe still a little bit too high. Let's see if we can get it so that looks pretty good. And then what I want to do is I want to create maybe a little bit better transition between the neck and the fruit. Control-Alt-T. Remember, free transform, I can also tilt things. Okay, so maybe what I want to do is kind of position the fruit so it's angled down a little better. Something like that. I'll make it just a tad bit bigger, just so it covers up fur. And for the most part, that's it. I'm going to use maybe the text tool up here, and I'm going to type in kiwi fruit. Enlarge that a little bit. So I'll go up under size. I'm going to then bring it up. This kiwi fruit. I don't know. Maybe I could find a better font that's a little bit more interesting than Deja Vu Sans. So again, what I'll do is I'll highlight that. And if you go up here and click, you should be able to select a new font or hit the down arrow on your keyboard. Actually, let's see what we got. Here's something that's a little bit more classy. That's a little too crazy. Let's see if we got that. Kiwi fruit. There we go. Nice. And to resize this, if you don't want to use the controls that are up at the top, you can also do Control T, Control Alt T, and just like we've resized other things, you can do a resize, and we can also then tilt it. This kiwi fruit. And that's the project. So thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next video.